Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first engagement for NAC. And I hope you're all ready. We are going to have 2 weeks of very exciting engagements. And Syahirah, you can unshare for a minute so we can introduce you. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first engagement for NAC. And I hope you're all ready. So today we have with us a very exciting session. We are going to be learning about the celestial sky through the medium of art. So for that, we have somebody who's very popular in making the cosmic connection. That is the connection between the cosmos and creativity. Locate in Malaysia. I hope you can hear me, Aryan. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can hear you now. Can you just repeat?
Okay, yeah. Again, Nurul Syahirah Binti Nazarudin is with us today, and she's popularly known as Syahirah Stargazer. She's an astronomical artist and dark sky advocate in Malaysia. Syahirah started to gain the attention of local as well as international organizations through her beautiful and accurate astronomy artwork. And she was subsequently accepted as a member of the International Association of Astronomical Artists. Aside from her artistic prowess, she's also known as she's also an advocate for dark skies in Malaysia. She strives to spread awareness of astronomy and the importance of dark skies through her passion in astronomy and drawing. She's also a full-time primary school educator who implemented astronomy and arts through her teaching practice. So, welcome, Syahirah.
Hi, Dr. Mila and everyone on the live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the invitation, STEM&Space, especially Dr. Mila. Thank you so much for having me here.
We're very happy to have you here today, and hopefully you can tell us a little more about how you promote awareness of the sky, and especially what is dark sky and why is it important. So thank you, and let's start.
All right. Okay, can I share my screen?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, give me a few seconds. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for the lovely introduction, Dr. Mila. So yes, I'm Syahirah. I'm a space artist. That's what you call me, because that's what I do. I paint, I educate, I also give awareness about the importance of protecting our night sky, especially when we're in the developing city, and we know that a lot of light pollution is distracting our view towards the night sky. So that's where I feel like I have to be the representative of people who give awareness about the importance of night sky. Okay, so just now, Dr. Mila also told all of you that I'm a International Association of Astronomical Artists Space Artists. I'm one of the member, and I'm also the STEAM Team Assistant Director. So in the IAAA, our role is to provide, to reach out to people out there who wants to learn more about space through creativity and arts. And I'm also the Dark Sky Advocate for Dark Sky Malaysia and the International Association, the International Dark Sky Association. And I'm also the founder of Canvas to Cosmos. So sorry for the confusing wording because I just copy and pasted this. Also, I want this to make this more relaxing and friendly. You know, like I'm talking to a friend. So I hope that Dr. Mila can also interact with me. Because I get sometimes I get nervous whenever I have to do a presentation. But if I feel like I'm talking to a friend.
I mean, you have so many roles that, you know, it's great to hear about all these different organizations you're in.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mila. Okay, so this is what I do. Okay, as you can see, I mostly I do outreach. I sometimes collaborate with the local events in Malaysia, especially that is related to astronomy. And this year we had the Global Malaysian Astronomy Convention, where I exhibit my artworks. I also do live paintings for the to those schools that invited me. I will also do live paintings, which is very interactive, and I will also include the students as well. I like that. I like that so much when I get to include other people in making the arts. And I also love to talk about astronomy and dark sky awareness, especially to the kids, because this is also my full-time job as a teacher, as an educator. This is what I do. I teach the kids. I'm actually an English teacher, but I also sometimes implement astronomy in my lessons. And in this picture, I also educate the future teachers to be aware about the danger of light pollution, and also be aware that the night sky above us is something that is worth protecting. Okay, this is my work. I work with watercolor and what we call gouache. Okay, I forgot to add gouache there. So this is my watercolor pen. This is my weapon. It's wrong to call it weapon, but yeah, as an artist, you have your tools, right? So these are my tools as an artist.
Very, very detailed paintings. You're going to show more about them, but you have so much detail in them.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mila. Well, as time goes, as an artist, I learn how to look into things even deeper. Like at first, that you would see things simply, but as time goes, as an artist, you would see things even deeper, and you would notice every little details. And this is what I like about being an artist, is that you notice things. There is something in little things in everyday life. If you train that, you train your eyes to see, you would see it, all those little things, and you would appreciate it. And this is there is a similarity. There are similarities between astronomers and artists, which is we look into things, we look into every details, and this is how I find the connection between creativity and science. We have so many things in common, and space art is like something that you meet in the intersection of creativity and science. I also work with acrylic, which is my second favorite medium. Mostly I will do the Impressionist and Expressionist style. So Expressionist style is more popular with Vincent van Gogh's artworks. So I am heavily inspired by his technique of expressing the things that he sees through his art. Especially in this one. Dr. Mila, can you guess what is this?
Which one?
This one.
This is
I can make a guess. I think it's the sun.
Yeah, go ahead.
The sunspots.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So what I like about when I ask people about how they see my painting, they will always give me different perspective. Like if I ask my pupils, they will say, "Oh, teacher, it looks like sunflowers," and I said, "Yes, yes, that
It does look like sunflowers. Yeah.
yes."
But
Because the
and
title of this artwork itself is called Sun.
if you ask any of these, we can ask in the YouTube chat also and wait for 30 seconds. In
Oh,
the next question you have.
okay. So this artwork is called Sun Space Flower because when you see these sunspots, like it looks like it looks like the floret, the disc floret of a sunflower. So when I look at the pictures of the sunspots, I feel like what we see on Earth is also what is out there. What is out there, as above, so below. That's what they say. And okay, next question. Do you know what is this? And I'm asking in the comment section. Can anyone guess? And can anyone
Okay,
guess?
students, can anybody guess on the live chat? What is the image on the left?
Yes, on the left, this green one with the telescopes. If there's any answer, please tell me because I can see the chat right now.
Okay. I'll ask again on the chat. Not yet, so we can go ahead and answer it, I guess.
All right.
We have answers coming actually. Megha Sharma says comet and telescope. Disha says observing shooting stars.
Okay.
Vidhi says observatory deck, some pulsars, seeing comet, meteor shower. A lot of answers are coming actually.
Okay.
Well, some of the answers I heard this stuff almost right, but the right one is actually comet. So it's not shooting star, it's actually comet. Okay, this is from an observation I made in the local observatory in Malaysia, where I was so inspired by the view and all the telescopes all pointing to the comet, and this painting is called All Eyes on You. And that time we were observing Leonard Comet in 2021. Okay, so later I'm going to show all of you students and those who are watching how to paint the Earthrise. So this one is actually a big painting. It's huge. It's like, yeah, this big. But we're going to make it easier for people to follow. So I'm going to paint it on this piece of paper. Okay, all right, sorry. This is unrelated, but these are my products, which all of the paintings that I know that not everyone can afford an original painting. And I also want to make it educational. So I turn it into art cards. So I have some of the art cards here. Let me show you. So these are the art cards I made. So those who bought these art cards can display it, put it in a frame and display it. And they can also read the information here. Like being a teacher, I can't help it. I just can't just slap a picture of my painting here. I have to put a description. So when people look at this, oh, they know what they're looking at. Oh, so this is a Hubble Space Telescope. Okay, this painting is about the awareness to protect the Earth. And this painting is called The Pillars of Creation. So they will know what they're looking at. Even though some people say that everyone has their own way to interpret artworks, but for me, it's so important for me as a teacher to educate other people about what they're seeing through my art. Okay, so this journey of being a space artist have brought me to the IAC, the International Astronautical Congress in Paris 2022, where I was invited to be one of the speakers to talk about my journey as a space artist and how I made my artworks, what inspired me. And I inspired the other people out there to also express their creativity, no matter who they are, if they have passion in astronomy and space exploration, even though they're not dwelling in STEM field, they still get to contribute. They still get to express their passion. They still get to educate. Like as for me, I'm not from STEM background. I am actually I studied as a teacher, as an English teacher, but my passion towards what's out there in the night sky, in the outer space, in astronomy, have brought me to this point where I became a space artist and get to inspire other people as well. I also met the how cool is this? I also met the teachers of NASA, and they showed us the experiments and how to educate pupils and students in terms of space exploration astronomy. Okay, so I also wanted to show all of you a video about how an artist get inspired by the night sky and basically astronomy. Aryan, can you tell me if you can hear the audio?
You will need to share the audio.
Oh, I didn't share the audio?
No, the audio isn't shared.
So there's a separate way to share the video, the audio of the video, which is yeah.
You will see a share sound option.
Okay. Let me stop sharing. Share screen.
So go to the more and
oh, share sound, yes.
Yeah.
A man in Montana bought a house in the country with a barn and a lake and a great giant oak tree. On brisk fall nights, he would pack up his easel, bundle his brushes, and head out with the beagle. He'd look up in the sky and see thousands of stars, comets, the Milky Way, eclipses, and Mars. He painted the heavens while crickets kept tune, inspiration on canvas lit by the moon. His work sold like hotcakes. It was front-page news. The critics all swooned and gave glowing reviews. The man's fame grew bigger. They put his name up in lights. But the stars disappeared as the man lost the night. Brand new cars, kitchen gadgets, the gigantic TV, and lights on the house to add maximum security. But with every flipped switch, with each bulb screwed in, the sky became lifeless as the stars grew dim. In a matter of time, his paintings changed too, dull and mechanical, less brilliant in hue. Till one day he bought a lamp that he just couldn't live without. Went home, plugged it in, and the lights all went out. He stumbled about, making his way to the door, and accidentally rediscovered what inspired him before. As his eyes readjusted, he now remembered why. He loved, oh so much, to paint the night sky.
A really amazing video to make students aware of how important it is to switch off the lights.
True. Thank you so much. I mean, throughout millennia, like throughout history of humans, back then before the existence of technology, we have been so close to the night sky. So the sky is like, it's literally our calendar, our map. The map that navigate us across the space-time, and also our storybook, because there are a lot of stories that came up from just looking at the night sky and looking at the patterns. So nowadays, everything, we don't have to look at the stars to tell time, and we don't have to look at the stars to navigate ourselves. We have all the technology which will assist us, especially through our phone. So I feel like the connection with the sky gradually disappears. If it wasn't because of you live at somewhere with a lot of stars, you can see a lot of stars in the night sky, then the stars would not be in your, like, in something that you would see every day. Especially like how I am right now. I'm living in a big city, so I miss the stars every single day. Like whenever I look up at the night sky and I look at the horizon, there are too much light pollution, and it pains me honestly, because that's what captivates you at night. Then the stars have been captivating humanity ever since we are human. So when it's not there anymore, it feels like we're losing connection with our ancestors, because that's what's connecting us. What's out there is never not much change up there, to be honest. So for me to gain back those connections, I use my skills in painting to do so. So let's move on to the painting, shall we?
Yeah, that was great. I think students are already inspired and they're asking a lot of questions we'll bring to you at the end. So yeah, now you can go ahead and demonstrate what you would like. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Maybe we can
Okay, so I'll just tell them, students, we gave you some material list, so please keep it ready and you can take it out now, because she is going to show us a demonstration of a painting.
yes. All right, let's unmute this. Okay, can you have like this? Wait. Okay, let me.
Would request you to, yeah, you're on it.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Hello?
Yeah, we can't hear you and there is an echo because obviously you're logged in from two places.
Yeah.
So somebody's asking, what is a bookmark sized paper? What size should they cut it to? Just an average?
A4 paper.
Yes, to get an A4 paper and she'd show us how to cut it.
Okay, so get an A4 paper.
So
I just cut it like this. So you fold it in half. Okay, you fold it in half. And you have to tape this area, but if you don't have tape, it's fine. You can just make it smaller, like maybe like this size. Okay, this size, like around 1/3, but not really 1/3 because it'll be too small. So as for the tape, you can use this masking tape. I have a masking tape here, this kind of tape. Okay, so if you have the paper ready, I just want to let you know that you don't have to tape it. If you don't have a masking tape, it's fine. And then get ready with your watercolor. So I have this watercolor pen with 24 colors, I think. For this row, this one is gouache, this one is watercolor. And then make sure you have your brushes. Yeah, today I'm using this brush, a flat brush. And for detailing, I will use several round brushes. So one flat brush, several round brushes. Okay, and then don't forget clean water. Okay. So the end result will look like this. Something like this. This one. Okay, so we have our subject here, the moon, a rising earth from the moon's horizon, and also starry background.
Yeah, really beautiful.
Thank you. I have other paintings here, like the Milky Way and the moon and shooting stars. But I want to focus on this one today because this one is very special. And I really love this particular subject, which is the Earthrise. I've been painting it for this. This one will be the first time. Okay, let's start. All right, so the first thing is to do a bit of sketching, okay? All right, so our reference will be, like I have showed you, the moon, earth, and also the starry sky. So the important thing for you to sketch out is the moon surface, the lunar surface, okay? So I just a simple sketch just to determine where is the lunar surface and also the earth. So as for the earth, you can take a small bottle, a cap bottle, bottle's cap, or maybe you have a bottle with round base. So you can just put it here and then trace it with pencil. Okay, so you will have the earth. Okay, so we'll have the earth here. I have already sketched this out, so I will put it closer to the camera so you can see. So the earth and also the moon surface. Okay, and it will be great if you have the real reference, which you can Google. Okay, you can Google Earthrise, and Google will show you a lot of pictures of the Earthrise. I am also looking at it as we speak. All right, so now I will move on to, is it too fast?
It's fine.
Okay. So now let's start painting. What I would do first thing is to paint the lunar surface because when it comes to watercolor, you have to go from light to dark colors, okay? Because watercolor is transparent, so you cannot go from dark to light. You have to go from light to dark. So we'll start with the light color. Okay, as for the lunar surface, if you look at the real pictures in Google, the real picture of the Earthrise, the lunar surface is about grayish color. Okay, so I'm going to take some white, okay, some white color, and then a bit of black. Mix it in. And I also like to take a bit of blue. Okay, so it will have this cool gray tone. So
Where are you painting? On this white strip that you have? Because that's what we see.
Yes, I'm going to paint here.
Oh, okay,
Well,
you haven't.
I'm mixing the color.
You're just mixing the colors. Right?
Yes. Okay, so now let's do wet on wet technique because we're going to color block first. Okay, we will move on to detailing later. So first you have to wet the paper. Okay, wet the paper, but not too wet. Okay, not too wet. Just follow along the lunar surface. And then you take the color that you mixed just now, maybe a little bit more black. Okay, so you have that gray tone. Okay. Now we're going to color block. Okay, color block this. It's okay if you make some mistake, it's fine. Just remember to trust the process. Okay, follow along the lunar surface. Okay. There we go. We have our color block lunar surface. Okay, so we have this part gray. Now let's paint the background sky. Okay, so what you have to do is to wet this area, but not the earth. Leave the earth alone. Later we will color block the earth. Okay. Wet, wet. Wet the paper. This is the during the earth rise, the earth is actually going what we see on the earth is what we call moon phase. But when we see the earth from the moon, it's called the earth phase. So that time the earth was at its waxing gibbous phase. So it's not going to be totally circle. It's not totally circle. So we are going to darken this part also. Okay, because it's not totally circle. All right, so I have already darkened the background, not darkened, sorry, I have already wet the paper. So now it's time to mix the colors. Okay, now we're going to mix some black. Okay, we're going to mix some black. It's nice to have like totally dark sky, but the sky is more colorful than you think. Like when we look probably our eyes would see sky as like this black velvet and with twinkling diamonds. But as an artist, you should see beyond that. It's good to train your eyes to see beyond that. Sky has different colors. They're colorful. The night is colorful. So for me, I want to mix a bit of blue with black. All right, now we're going to paint the background sky. Since you're working with watercolor, it's okay to put to make these light washes because later you are going to darken it anyway. Careful. If you have a what we call it masking glue, it would be much better, but it's okay.
Or even a piece of paper cut in the same shape or something.
Oh, yes, yes. Good idea, Dr. Mila, yes. But But if you're an advanced artist, then you would have a masking glue. But even I don't have masking glue, so
Right.
it's okay. Just be extra careful. Apparently, I didn't mix enough color for this, so I have to be quick. All right, so we have already locked the background. Maybe a little bit more here. Careful. Okay. All right. Okay. Remember to have some tissue, so that you can dab the water before you apply it to the paper. So you won't have too much water. Okay. All right, now we're going to color block the earth. So I would use this blue. Wait, not this one. Yes, this one. As for the earth, you don't have to wet the paper. You can just straight ahead paint the earth, because the earth is not that big. So you don't need the color to spread quickly. It's enough for your brush to be wet. I'm actually in a very awkward position. Oh no. Alright. It's okay. There we have it. We have already color blocked everything. Okay, it's fine if you still have this white parts around the earth, because we're going to darken it later. Okay, now let's focus on working on the lunar surface. I know it doesn't look as good, but trust me, it's a process. Okay, so for the lunar surface.
Yeah, we know there are a lot of steps till
Yes,
it gets completed.
true. As an artist also, I have to convince myself it's okay. It's the process. You gotta continue working on this until it becomes something. Because if not, you will just be wasting your time. And as an artist, you learn how to trust in your own art making process. And back. I like to make it dark and gradually light up to the top of the surface. So let's try that. So this one, it's wet on dry technique. Okay, so the paper is already dry and the brush is still wet. So that is what we call wet on dry technique. So it should gradually get lighter as you move on to the top of the surface. So you want to add more white as you go to the top of the surface, lunar surface. Okay, mix it. Keep mixing and blending, mix and blend. Mix and blend until you get this beautiful transition. Okay. All right. There we go. So if you want to darken it a little bit, you can add more black and blue. Make this cool grayish tone. I like to do color transition. Because when you make it only one color, it doesn't look 3D, doesn't pop up. So you want to make it look more 3D, not look too flat. Okay. All right, there we go. It's okay if it's getting mixed up a little bit because we're going to paint the craters as well. Okay, that is a memory surface. Okay, now let's darken the sky, the background sky. Let's see if we have some music, Dr. Mila. You could play some music. So this background sky should start to get darker. I am literally standing up right now. So the significance why I like to work on this subject is that it is the picture that that encourage the environmental movement on Earth. And that time, the first astronauts that orbited the moon, which is Jim Lovell, I forgot his name, the other's name. As they orbited the far side of the moon, they were mesmerized by the view of the rising Earth. And that time was on Earth, it was the Christmas morning. They took this picture and it became a huge sensation because it is the first picture that humanity get to see our Earth rising from space. So when it shows the Earth, this single blue marble planet rising from the lunar surface, it didn't show any divides. It's only us on this little blue marble amidst the empty space. And that is why it starts the environmental movement, because it is so iconic. It showed us on this vast emptiness of the universe, and we are all together. It didn't show a single person or maybe a single race, no. Only show this one planet that we are in.
So you have to do several layers to darken the sky.
Yes. Yes. We have to do several layers.
Yeah.
Because like I have
And
told everyone, watercolor is you
yeah,
have to
and that's
from
true
like
for most paintings, I guess. Watercolor, you have to do it in layers.
yes.
The
But
astronauts you were mentioning before were Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, and Bill Anders in Apollo
yes.
18. They were the first one to see the rising Earth. It
Mm-hmm.
must have been a mesmerizing moment for sure. Not something you can see outside your window every night.
Yes. Thank you so much, Aryan. I forgot the other astronaut's name. Thank you so much. I have already read, but then
It's
still
okay.
it slipped my mind. Okay. Now we have already gradually darkened the background sky. Let's go back to working on the lunar surface. Now that is what being an artist is. You cannot work on one thing for hours. You have to move from, okay, now I'm going to work on the lunar surface. Now I'm going to work on the background sky. Oh, now I'm tired of working on the background sky. I want to work on the earth. Always change the subject that you are working with, because you don't want to get burnt out. Okay, let's take a look at I hope that the audience also have their reference. I'm assuming that everyone has their reference, the Earthrise, because I'm going to work on the moon surface, which has craters and also yes, mostly craters. Not so much anything else. Okay, let's see. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate because art is an expression. So don't stress yourself out. Okay, unless that you are working on a hyper realistic art, and you have to be worried, probably. Okay, so we have craters over here. I've already drawn this back. Okay. Right here. I'm sorry if you hear noises, because I'm living in an apartment, so it get noisy sometimes. Aryan, is everything okay?
Yeah, all good. The
Yeah.
painting is turning out to be great. So I think
Yeah.
those who are making your paintings must be also taking a shape and looking as wonderful as we can see Miss Nurul doing here.
Yeah. In fact, we are going to request some of them to post it later, maybe.
Yes, please.
That
I
would be
would love to see others painting their expression of this subject as well.
So
I'd
these are the
request,
crater shapes now coming up.
Yes.
can anyone write in the chat what are craters? And let's see, a simple short answer. What are craters?
Remember not to put too much water because it's going to what do we call it? I'm sorry, I can't find the English word. I can say it in my language, but so sorry. You see what happened when a drop of water just it spreads the underneath painting. So it's okay. It's okay when that happens. Always have a backup. Since I'm working in an awkward position, so yeah, things like this happen.
So yeah, a lot of them gave good answers about what are craters. So yeah, you're all correct. They're depressions on the surface of the moon that are made by mostly asteroid impacts. Yeah, or cavity, depression, they're all saying it correctly. Very good.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the answers, everyone. Okay, so this is too dark, right? Doesn't look natural. It looks.
Would also like to know how many of you are doing this painting along. Can you write in the chat that if you are doing it or not? Those who are following along, can you let us know in the chat?
Yeah, a lot of them are saying they're doing it, and I think some of them are going to watch the video and do it later. So, students, I'm going to, we're going to create a Padlet for you where you can post the paintings you have made. So, I'm going to share that Padlet link later.
I hope I get the link too.
Yeah, definitely, I'll share it with you.
I want to see the students painting as well. And also leave a comment. So darker colors for the craters. More craters over here. Okay, just lighten it out with some water and be careful because watercolor is an unforgiving medium. Unless you use you cheat a bit and use gouache. Gouache is actually a type of watercolor but more opaque. Okay. All right, more craters here. Okay, so this part is dark, so you have to add more dark colors like black and blue. So you gotta make your gray darker. Okay. So you have to play a bit with color here. I hope all of you can see the craters are taking shape.
Good to see that one of you could not find your watercolor, so you started with pastel. That's the good spirit that we want.
Yes,
Use your
yes.
creativity, follow along.
Different medium, but still the same thing, making arts. And also darkening this part. Always work, keep on working until you are satisfied. I can't tell you when, if anything is good, because as an artist, you will have to decide if this is good enough or if it's not. So you're the one who gets to decide. So for me, I feel like I have to do some more adjustment. So I will do it here. And that, making it more natural. Okay. Later, I will show you my latest painting of the moon. And that painting took me around more than 1 week to finish. And later we'll talk about that painting. Okay, so we have our craters. Now we're going to cheat a little bit. It's not good to cheat, but in art, it's okay. So I'm using white, okay? So don't mix it with water. Maybe a little bit if you need some, need to be wet and it will glide easily on the paper. So I'm going to highlight some part of the crater because in the picture, like this part, like the top of the surface, you can highlight it with white. Okay, and get some effect like this lines, so it looks like it's dusty. Okay, it looks dusty, has different colors, like not just gray. Not all dust are gray. There's some of it are white, some of it are gray, and some are black. So you want to make it obvious by taking some white. And at the craters, you can also put some white and follow the craters. Okay. As the highlight. So it indicates that, oh, this is the surface. This is the higher part of the crater. So this is the depression. Okay, so this is the. Okay. I hope you can see it's taking shape now. Okay, so then I'm following along the line. Okay. It look messy. It's okay if it looks messy because it's dusty. The surface of the moon is dusty, so you want to make it look dusty.
Yeah, that's really nice. Now it's looking very three-dimensional with the white shading.
Yes, like amazing how this one color can change everything.
Right.
If you have gouache, that will be even better because watercolor is a bit transparent. So that's why I'm asking you not to put any water. So this one also. And do some lines. Like have fun.
Yeah,
Don't be
very
too
nice.
serious. There we go. Okay, and this one too. Right. So we have our lunar surface. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, what color is that? Suddenly some random color show up. Okay, do some lines. Okay, I hope everyone is following. Okay, so there we go. Now, let's work on the Earth. I'm so tired of working on the lunar surface. Now I'm going to work on the Earth. Okay.
Miss Yara, one question has come from Vidhi. She's saying that my paper is bending and folding. What should I do?
Oh no! When
Is the paper
there's
too
too
thin, maybe?
That's why I'm using this tape, so it does the place I'm working on doesn't bend so much because it's actually bending. Okay, the type of paper that I'm using is actually a watercolor paper. It's specialized for watercolor. But if you're using a normal A4 paper, then it's gonna be a problem. So it's okay, just let it dry. It will straighten up. Just let it dry. If you're using like normal drawing paper, or just don't use the A4 paper, the one that you use to print, because that one it's unsalvageable if you put too much water on it. So use drawing paper, and as for drawing paper, you have to give more time for it to dry. It's okay. While you wait for it to dry, you can watch me painting, okay? Oh, wait. I'm going to work on it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so as for the Earth, I'm going to work on dark, make it lighter here. So here will be darker, and will be lighter. to the top. Okay. And some space. Later, I will teach you how to fix your mistake. When you already work to darker colors and you want to go back to light colors, it won't look as nice, but it'll be like it will look better. So it's dark here. And then mix some white with blue. Mix some white with blue to get lighter color for you to work gradually up. Okay. Let's see. So you have to go from light to dark, dark to light here. How to fix your mistake if like, oh, this part's supposed to be light, it's supposed to be blue, but it's already covered with this black color. So you take white, okay, mix with a lot of white. Mix blue with a lot of white. It won't look as good as in before you make the mistake, but it'll do. So, okay, so this part needs to be a bit white, right? So yeah, see? See? Now, the transition is not so good there. So we gotta blend it. Okay, it's all about blending. It's okay because later we're going to cover the earth with clouds. Okay, now, so our earth is already taking up shape. Okay, later we just need to add the clouds. Now, it's not as fun, but you have to darken the sky one more time. Okay, so let's go through this. So we're going to mix blue one more time. Blue with black. Make that blue-black sky. Because, like I told you, it's not so nice to have only black sky. Gotta tone it down with some blue. And for me, I'm using whole blue. Okay. I hope this time it'll look more opaque. Okay. Let's try. Okay. From here. Okay, be careful as you work along the lunar surface. You don't want to mess up your work. Okay. Good to have a mix up between blue and black because it looks more artsy. Okay. And make sure this time it looks dark. Because if not, you have to work on the fourth layer. And now be careful as you work along the earth.
So we're running a bit over time. So I don't know if any students have to leave. So,
Oh, is
so
it already? Well, I thought it's gonna be until 9:30.
no, it was a 1 hour session. Uh, so I don't know if any of the students would need to go or something. So once you finish this layer, maybe you can show them some
Okay. All
quick
right, I'm
steps.
gonna
So in case
finish it.
somebody has to leave, then we can still continue, but others can leave.
Okay, so I'm gonna finish this up real quick. So I hope those who are still following can follow me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do this. Okay, don't mix too much water because we need it to be dark and opaque. Okay. Right now we're going to work on the earth. Okay, so from the picture, you can really see the land. So mostly are the clouds. Okay. So
Yeah.
what I'm going to do is wet a flat brush, a small flat brush. Okay, and take white. All right, we're going to work on this is going to be dry on dry technique. Okay, the white paint should not be too wet because we're going to just dab. Okay. Oh, but the earth is still a bit wet, so it's okay. Let me work on something else while we're waiting for the earth. So this one is wet on wet, dry on dry. Sorry. So the wet will pop even more. Okay, for me to highlight a bit more here. Okay. And let's see if I can just dab it. I can, well. So what do you know? Okay, so work on the clouds. Just dab. Okay, everyone, follow me. Dab. Okay, there's a circular shape here for the cloud. And the cloud goes here. Okay. And then more clouds over here. Just dab. Gradually work on the shape. Just no need to blend as much because it's a cloud. It has quite it has different shapes. So you don't want to lose the shape by blending it out. Okay, so we're going to okay, here. More clouds. Okay. Okay, the clouds are going in different direction. Okay. Here also. Okay. All right, now here's the fun part. Once the background has already dried up, we're going to splatter the stars. Okay.
So the color you painted on the earth, somebody's asking, is that white? It was white, right?
yes,
Or was
yes,
it a mix of, yeah,
white,
it was
only white.
Yeah.
Use the dry on dry technique where you just take a wet brush and then dab it into a dry
Right.
white color, and then you just dab
Yeah, it looks
onto
very
the
nice.
earth.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm just going to touch up a little bit here because okay, do a little bit of touch up. Make sure when you do touch up, the color is the same as the background, because if not, it looks like it has an outer line here, which looks awkward. Okay, since we don't have much time, I just have to do this. Okay, we're going to splatter the stars. All right, now for the stars, we have to wet the brush. Okay, I'm using a flat brush. You can even use toothbrush. Okay, now I'm going to take a bigger brush. I have a big brush here. And I'm going to just do this. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, have some fun. Add more stars. Wow.
Wow, it's really beautiful.
Okay, as for the earth, I'm just going to highlight the clouds a little bit more.
A student says, is it okay if I give only 2 layers for the background, as I made the first layer darker? That's up to them, right? The
Yes,
exact number of layers.
that's up to you. That's up to you. All right, now we are done.
That's
Okay, if you
great.
want to, so this painting is still wet. I will do a bit more. I will add a little bit more clouds and you know, work on the color of the earth a little bit more, and
It's
add a
wonderful.
little
It's
bit more stars. Okay, so for the if you want to make the stars twinkle, right? So you just do this. You can make the painting more dramatic by make the stars twinkle. And how to do that? You just do this. Just do this plus shape. Like that. And add a little bit more, maybe across here. Yeah, like that.
oh, very nice.
Okay. And also here. Twinkle. Even though the stars don't really twinkle on the surface of the moon because you cannot, there's no atmosphere. But probably from the interstellar dust, the star may twinkle. Okay. Maybe a little bit more here and there we go. The Earthrise. Like this one. We have this one, the new one. Your zoom. Okay, we're done.
It's really very nice. Looks so realistic, and I think you explained the techniques very well. So that we will invite all the students to share their paintings on the Padlet. And I think another thing we got out of this, and that is what you're trying to do, is you know they're gaining the knowledge of space through making such a beautiful creative thing. For example, they learned that Earthrise is only visible from the moon, and the astronauts saw it, and they learned what are craters. And in fact, they asked, "What are there any other moon phases?" So, as you might know, there are other moon phases: the crescent moon, the new moon, the gibbous moon, the full moon. And there's a
Yeah.
waxing and waning phase. So through her paintings, you can learn a lot about the sky. So let's just bring to you a couple of the questions. Okay, so
Mhm.
somebody asked, Velvet, I think, is very interested. She says, can we add in some more lighter stars in yellow or so?
Yes, well, actually, you can also add stars in other colors. Yeah, that's what she's asking, right? Stars in other
Okay,
colors. Yes, I love to have more colors. So if you want to
okay,
put stars in other colors, like maybe a bit reddish and yellowish or bluish,
okay.
it is highly recommended because it is art. So you can express it the way you want based on the knowledge because we know that stars also have their colors, right, Dr. Mila?
And Vidhi asked, can we do this with a white pen? Because there are some white pens. Will that work?
Yes, you can mix the medium as well. You don't have to be so strict about, oh, it's watercolor, so I only have to work with watercolor. No, you can also use white pens. I would really, because before this, I also do that. I also use white pens. So I recommend you to explore other mediums, mixing mediums in creating your artworks. And Dr. Mila, I also want to show you my latest artworks of the moon. So let's see. Oh, before that, I want to ask you, Dr. Mila, do you know Monet,
Um,
a painter? He's an
oh,
artist.
yeah, yeah, Monet. Yeah, definitely. Impressionist painter.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this moon is inspired by Monet.
Oh, amazing. Wonderful. It looks really realistic.
So this one is actually a collaboration with an astronomer. So I told him that I want a picture of a full moon
Okay,
during the super moon.
okay,
And then I asked him to also give me a picture of the mineral moon, which usually astrophotographer enhance the colors, the contrast of the lunar surface, so we can see the colors. And then it will show these different colors, which indicates different elements on the moon. So I combine both, so that's why you can see the yellowish color, the bluish color, because I'm capturing the colors of the moon as well. So it's not entirely gray, it's actually colorful. So this is what I like about being an artist. You get to express it, express things that you see based on the knowledge that you have through your artworks. And I think that is a way for you to express to show your passion and to share the knowledge with others as well.
yes, that's a really nice one. So I hope students can kind of get interested in this kind of thing too. And somebody asked, where do you get your inspiration?
Well, usually I would if I have time, I would go and observe the sky. I will go to somewhere dark. So right now I'm in a big city, so I go somewhere darker to see maybe if there's any celestial phenomenon on that month. I would go and watch it. And then once I have already watched it and I have so much inspiration in my head, I feel like, painting this, I would also refer to impressionist artists and also the post-impressionist artists, because that is the art style that I'm working on. Well, if you love realism, then go ahead. If you love hyperrealism, then go ahead and study that. But for me, I like to express things the way I see it. How do I perceive it? What color do I see? I love to do that. So that is why I am take reference from the impressionist artists. For example, like I told you just now, Van Gogh or Monet. I
Okay.
love those. I know it's cliche, but it's my favorite artist, and their artworks are just mesmerizing. So I take inspiration from their techniques of coloring, of the movement of the even though the painting is not really moving like a video, but through brushstrokes you can actually make it look like it's moving, makes it alive. So that's how
Yeah.
I get my inspiration. Also, a lot of readings. I have plenty of books at home. Like I read a lot, so
Okay.
that is how I get my inspirations. So that things that I do align with science as well.
So somebody asked, what is the brand of paints and the brush size? I'm not sure it'll be the same would be available in India or not, but can you just share that anyway?
I think it's available internationally because it's also in Malaysia. So I'm using Alpha Watercolour. It looks like this. Alpha, like the Alpha wolf. Alpha
Okay.
Watercolour.
Okay.
And for the brushes, okay, let me see. The brush that I use just now. Okay, this one is 6. And for the other flat brush, this one is 11. So you can
Okay.
see the difference. Okay.
Yeah.
And then as for this one, 3. This one is also this one is 6, 11, 3. But honestly, the brush size is not really important. As long as you got a medium one, a small one, and a big one, maybe one number bigger than like for example, you got 6, and maybe you can you don't have to you don't have to buy 7. You just buy 8, and after that you buy 10, like 2 brush bigger. You don't have to buy all size of brushes,
Right.
because it's going to be, you're not going to use all of it. Let's be real.
So one student asked, instead of this bookmark, can they make it like a whole full-size painting? Would this material look good for that?
Yes, you can. I want to
Okay.
show this. Hey, let me. Okay. My room is messy. That's why I'm blurring the background. But I hope
Right.
all of you don't judge, because I'm going to unblur this.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. That's
Yes.
beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful.
You don't have to just
We would
make
like to have
bookmarks.
that. We would like to have that hanging behind us next time. Yeah. So,
Or bigger ones. I wish I can show it here, but it's outside, so
right.
and it's not going to fit the whole frame.
And I'll just ask a last question, that how are you doing the dark sky awareness? How are you bringing that forward to students or to the public?
Well, I joined the Dark Sky Malaysia. So it's an association where I am also one of the advocate. I'm a dark sky astro artist. That's what they call it. That's what they call me. So what I do is I paint any dark sky related subject and post it. And if there's any event on dark sky, I will also bring my painting. And any astronomy event, I will also bring my painting, because I want to show people, like, what can you see as an artist? What can the dark sky? What is the dark sky to you? So through those exhibition, I will also educate them. I will also delivering the dark sky awareness to them. So mostly, to put it simply, mostly how I give awareness about dark sky is through my paintings. Doesn't matter if it's online or through exhibition.
Right. So thank you so much, Syahirah, for an amazing session today, because many students painted it and they have a lot of questions. So I'm going to make a Padlet so they can all post it. And I think we all learned a lot today. So thank you so much for sharing your love of painting and the sky.
Most welcome, Dr. Mila. Thank you so much for inviting me for the second time. I'm so honored. I'm truly honored. Really. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I hope that I get to do this again with you and with STEM and Space.
I'm sure STEM and Space will keep calling you over and over. So thanks so much for joining us this year and inspiring these students.
My pleasure. Truly, my pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and following the process of making Earth rise. Even though it doesn't look as good, I promise you, I would do better. I can do better, but I'm only given like 1 hour, so that is the result.
Yeah, it's not much time to paint, so hopefully they can build on what they learned. Yeah. So thanks everyone for joining, and we will see you for the next session.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.